Well, I grabbed a stool, so you know.
Whoa!
And good evening, my friends, and welcome to Wine TV. Guess where I am? I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count. Yeah, that's right. I'm in the lounge. R-D-R-R-R-R-R-R. Goofy, 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 goofy. Welcome, my friends. Tonight, we're going to change things up a little bit. It's Wine Wednesday, and even though we're open and right back here in our wonderful world of wine drinking and having good fun times, we're broadcasting live from our Laguna Beach tasting lounge. And tonight, we're going to take it to a different level. I've got a panel of experts with me, which I'll be introducing to you each one by one in just a moment. These experts are quite the connoisseur of drinking elements in life. We have both genders represented tonight. We have people who like to drink a lot and people who drink excessively. So we brought them both together so you can see exactly who you can work with. Now this is a very, very unique crew we've got tonight. And when I introduce them, you'll enjoy each and every one of them, my friends. Tonight, we're going to do a wine tasting. That's right, we're going to walk you through our wine in a very non-COVID-19 sort of a way. Clean for you, but for us, we're just going to distantly social our butts together while we drink good wine. And I think it's going to be a complete blast, and I promise so will you as well. So if you watch us on Facebook, say hello. If you watch us on YouTube, say hello. And if you're not watching us at all, say hello. The most important thing is you say hello. Couple things before we get into tonight's festivities, a few little housekeeping rules. One, we are super thrilled that the city of Laguna Beach has granted access to allow us to close part of our parking lot down here in Orange County. I'm actually heading up north to have some, see, the phone's even ringing. Oh my gosh, the phone's even ringing here at MacLean Cellars. We like when the phone rings, but unfortunately the message has not been changed yet, and we're closed at the moment. But the cool thing is, we're going to be opening up our parking lot to expand our seating. So if you want to come, have some wine tasting, and enjoy us here tonight or any other time, well, not tonight, you've got to make a reservation because our capacity out here is much lower and much less than it was. We're at about a third of what it was. This weekend, we're going to have some live jazz music. Tommy's going to be playing for us, so we're super, super excited for that. They're just consistent. You know what? When the government calls, you don't answer the phone. Very, very good thing to remember. Ha! And they stop. Que paso, huh? So, we're going to have our wine open all the time, my friends. 7 days a week, back to business as usual. And I, for one, could not be more thrilled in any possible way. Are you ready to meet our panel? Are you ready to meet these ladies and gentlemen who serve ladies and gentlemen? My friends, it is with great honor and privilege that hang on, I got to use this finger to press a button. So that I press a button to introduce you to our panel. That's right, my friends. This here is, and going from one order to another, our good friend, Kara Young. Kara, say hello to people.
Hi.
That's right. She can speak. It's amazing.
I can.
It's a moment. Jack.
I heard there was free wine.
Yes. Jack. Love it, love it, love it. And
Shelly Ann?
her name is Shelly Ann. Yes, it is. It is. Shelly Ann. We have to love Shelly Ann. And
Hello, good evening, and I'm Jason McClain.
I knew that. Why is that not surprising?
it's a moment. It's
It
a moment.
is. It is a
And
moment.
so we've got Jason McClain with Jason McClain, Mark Barley, aka, and of course all of our fun. And we're gonna drink some wine tonight. Are you ready to just have a blast?
Yep.
I know I am.
Yes.
Me too.
All
Let's
right.
go.
For sure.
So I'm gonna walk each and every one of you into a fairyland of love. Are you ready to go on Fairyland World?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We like Fairyland.
We like fairyland.
Our very first wine is going to be, ta-da! That's right, Summer Breeze. Everybody hear it to me. Makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmines of my mind. Do.
We just lost half of our audience.
It's
want you to
been
know
a
that.
while.
Good night,
I
everybody.
don't know why we're here.
We don't even know it.
Yeah.
So this is our 2016 Summer Breeze. You know, our wine club is open right now, and what that means is a lot of our wines are being scooped up. This one is one of them. There's probably less than a case left of our 16 Summer Breeze. It's almost all gone. You're going to pick up some caramel. You're going to pick up a really nice nose. So go ahead and suck on this for a second and tell me what you think.
Well, the first thing is wonderful, vibrant fruit. I mean, it's got great fruit right at the beginning of your tongue, and then
not
there's a
overly
really
sweet.
nice long finish. You're right, Kara. It's not overly sweet. You know, this is being the foodie,
Yeah.
and we have all sorts of things to talk about with food tonight. Okay. I will tell you that this is a great pairing with spicy food. It's a great pairing with cheese or a charcuterie platter. There's all sorts of really wonderful things you could do with this wine. I love this wine.
It's a good poolside wine.
And you know what? It's just good all by itself.
Yeah.
On a hot summer day. It's a bit of a breeze.
Good day drinker for me.
Yeah. Good day drinker.
That's right.
That's good.
We start around 8 o'clock in the morning, and
Yeah.
this is
this is our opening
this is
bottle.
what we gotta do.
It pairs
you know?
really well with eggs and bacon.
It
Eggs
does.
and bacon. Nothing beats it. You
You
know, our
know.
new location in Coto de Casa that opens up at the bistro, we'll be serving wine with eggs and bacon.
Didn't I read that someplace that a meal without wine is breakfast? So you know,
I think
you
they're
know,
wrong.
I think so too. I mean,
All right.
so
So, which one of these wonderful popcorns would you pair with Summer Breeze?
the jalapeno
Yeah.
pepper, no doubt about
Jalapeno?
it.
All
Absolutely.
right, well, here, let's take a couple samples here in a COVID-19 sort of way and see what you guys think of our jalapeno popcorn.
Popcorn's great.
Oh, God, good. That's right.
That's spicy.
It's spicy.
Please, sir,
Jalapeno popcorn.
I want some more.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Of course.
No soup for me.
More.
Got the COVID. Got the COVID.
No, it's the pepper.
It was the pepper. It was good.
It does go well with the wine.
It does.
Yep.
It does. It's beautiful with the wine.
You know, I think one of the next ones here, let me press a button. one of the next ones, my friends, we're going to pull out. This is one of Jack's favorite wines. And I don't know if it's because the painting on the front of it makes him so happy, or the flavor is so amazing.
It's definitely the label.
For sure, the painting.
You're all right there, Jack?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
I'm good. It's the label. Let's face it.
Nothing beats a good label on a wonderful Wednesday night.
You know, I mean, how many millions of tastings have we all been through? And the most fun thing about tasting wine is to be with friends or people you don't know and sharing a moment
Yeah.
and having a glass of something that tastes really good. Or sometimes when you go to a winery, it doesn't taste really good, but you're still kind of sort of there. I love the fact that we're together tonight and that you opened up. So may I propose a toast?
Yes.
Jason McClain.
I'll drink to
Yes,
that.
I will drink to
To
that.
be an open.
You know how cool it is
Let's-
to be open right
let's-
now?
Open.
I mean, we've just been like sucking wind for like a month of Sundays, right? And there's absolutely nothing you can do but suck on the wind of the world. And this is just a fun time to be. So I'm just so thrilled that everyone that's coming down here are just flocking to the doors. The phones are ringing left and right. Want us to open up later, and we can't. We can, but you know, we gotta find a way to make sure everybody's happy. Matter of fact, here comes a guest asking you guys open. So, and it's a live moment. Exactly.
And they're coming in. This is why you do live TV.
This is why you
It's
do
for
live
these
television.
particular moments, okay?
Exactly right.
Welcome! Come
Live
on in.
television. Yes.
See? You know what? And they're not plants, ladies and gentlemen. They just decided to come in.
So you have to realize that being live on a broadcast, and you've got wonderful people who say, "Do you mind if we drink something?" You have to look at them and say, "I don't care."
All right.
Did you guys want to drink with us this evening?
Absolutely.
Well, we're doing a live broadcast on YouTube, Facebook Live, Instagram, and other places. We're all good. You don't mind at home, do you? No, you don't.
No, absolutely
Because we've been
not.
shut down for 3 months and we're broke.
Come on over here,
So
ladies.
we want them to come in, and if they come in and they bring their credit card and drink some wine, they can do anything they want to do.
Absolutely.
Right.
Exactly.
We got two more who want to join too.
We got
out
two more.
there.
That's
Welcome.
fine.
We're
That's
just
fine.
popping in. We're stopping in. We're gonna go to Newport, but we're just gonna do a quick little drink. As
Okay.
long as that's okay with you.
I don't mind. My name's Noel. I'm good.
Perfect. Thank you.
This is
We're-
how
we're
we
happy
do
to
it.
join you.
We're doing a tasting.
Perfect.
Yes.
So, okay, so you want a glass.
Absolutely.
All
We've got a
right.
glass.
Gotcha. So I'll give you, hold that thought for a second. Jack, say something important.
Sorry to interrupt.
Well, I'll tell you what's going to
Sorry.
happen in a little bit. Okay, so more people
we
are
just
going to
get
come in
whatever
here,
you guys are doing?
and this is
So
going to be
we're doing
so
a
much
random
fun.
flight.
Okay.
Can you give us
And
whatever you have right
Jason's
now? though? Can we
random
just hop
Yeah,
in?
flight
what do
is
you want?
better
White,
than-
you want white or red?
Yeah,
better than
white's
most
great.
people's
You like
real
white?
wine.
Absolutely.
And the reason
I don't know if my friends will
the
like
reason
wine,
I
but
can
we'll
say
figure it
that
out.
is because I have had a lot of his wine, and this guy's
Thank you, I
spectacular.
appreciate it. This
Having
is so
said that,
awesome.
I do have a big announcement
We just
later
came
on
over from
about our
Manhattan
food
Beach.
show,
'Cause you
and I'm
guys
going to
are
turn it
open
back
in
over to
Manhattan.
Jason right now. Jason, I think I've filled enough airtime.
Have you?
Yes, I
We'll
have.
keep filling some more. Why?
Okay.
Because we're filling some wine.
Because
Okay.
we're open.
Because we're open.
We're open.
By the
You know
way,
what? This is actually a great segue.
what makes you
because
say?
It's a great segue because what I could do. All right, we're
I
going.
was just gonna say, what pairs with this
Hey,
wine?
buddy,
What
we got
popcorn?
another.
We have to put a
She's
popcorn
with
appearance.
us.
There's more
And it's
people.
another person.
Yeah.
Ladies
Three.
and gentlemen, another person came into MacLean Cellars, and you are live. You were there. And if you weren't there right now, you would never have met these people. What are you waiting on? Why are you at home? Come to MacLean Cellars when we're open.
Party.
It's a party.
All right. So let's finish our quick round, and then I'm going to pour them some love so they have love that flows. Why?
you. I appreciate
Because we can.
Did we identify the wine that we just
We
tasted?
did not, but
Why
we're
don't
going
we do
to.
that?
Yes. So the wine that we are drinking now, before our new guests come into the world, is called Open Arms. And this is
Open
the one.
Arms.
Beautiful. Ooh.
This is Open Arms, named. There you go. Woo-hoo-hoo, after the iconic song by Journey.
Nice.
And it is the best thing since Pockets. This is our Viognier with a touch of Roussanne. I just killed that bottle. So take a sip and pick one of our flavored popcorns that are just stupid good.
I'm gonna say it's the garlic.
Black truffle and garlic, and I
Black
got to tell
truffle
you,
and garlic. Black truffle and garlic. Yes, yes, yes.
when you say
All
the
right.
word Viognier, it actually sings to me, and it sings to me because it's one of my favorite white varietals. I don't think there's a flavor on the face of the earth quite like it. And this is a Viognier blend. What's it blended with, Jason?
Viognier and a touch of Grenache Blanc, only 15%.
It's absolutely spectacular, and I will tell
Lots
you.
of awards.
Yes, and it actually would go with a little bit of savory too, because I have had Viognier based and Viognier blends and Viognier straight that I have used in a lot of different kinds of cooking, and it's just a
You know,
great
Jack,
wine.
I just love to hear your voice.
I just thought I would
Do you
take
think it
over.
would go well with the caramel
All right.
popcorn?
Yes.
So we're gonna pick out 2 more wines. We can now. What's your name, my friend?
Bailey.
Bailey.
Bailey!
Ladies and gentlemen, Bailey in the house. And what's your name?
Caitlin.
Caitlin. Caitlin in the house. And what's your name?
McKenna.
McKenna. Wow.
You almost have been born in the 90s.
We were.
Ah,
98.
whoa.
98.
Good.
Recently 21.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna pour out 2 more whites real quick. One's called Camping in Clouds.
That's my favorite.
I know it's a Roussan,
Okay.
which is delightful. And the other one is our gold medal winning Poetic Vine 7 grape
I like
varietals.
the metal.
Medals are good.
I like the metal.
All right, so we're gonna start with that one. We'll come to that one in a second.
Absolutely.
And this one is here. Take a little touch. Make
Thank
sure
you,
you
I
like it
appreciate
before I give you a glass. Make sure the love flows, because my wines have to have loving flow mates. Loving flow mates.
Slow on me.
That's excellent.
Yes.
Flow on me.
Yes, it is. Why? Because I'm proud to be an American of this side.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, come
we're
on
only,
already.
We're only 2
Where's the
tastes
love?
in.
We're only 2 tastes in, but you are there. Right. All right. How's that?
It was excellent.
Good? So a glass of that?
Sure thing.
Got it.
That's a good summer day wine.
It is.
Yeah, it's really
I
good.
love the nose on this.
Thank
it's
you, I appreciate it.
beautiful.
Horse. Bailey, do you want a glass of this too?
I'm gonna do red.
Okay, you got it. So you had to hold your horses for a couple seconds.
I did. I was on a phone call.
You rock.
Not a girl.
So let's talk about Poetic Vine, Jack.
Well, I got to tell you, the first thing that hits you is when you have that beautiful nose. That beautiful nose has beautiful. There's caramel in there.
Yeah.
There's some citrus. You've got a really bright, almost I want to say like a sweet, like a cantaloupe type of
Melon.
a sweet melon. I wanted to identify the melon though. I think cantaloupe actually does it. And then when you taste it, all of those things come true in your mouth. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Bailey, gotta
Maybe even a little honeydew.
Yep.
Yep.
Honeydew
That's
is
what I was
what came
thinking
to
was
mind.
more honeydew.
Honeydew's good.
That crescent honeydew melon.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I love drinking Poetic Vine. It's like, I think the word stupid good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bailey, what do you think?
It's mine.
Stupid good.
That's really good.
Is that good, McKenna?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fresh figs, and
That's what I'm tasting.
fresh figs and some blue cheese with this would be absolutely
Oh, man,
spectacular.
I've had some
With
cheese
some-
in my blue.
Oh, with some balsamic vinegar.
Oh,
Nice.
by MacLean Cellars.
Exactly.
Oh my God!
That's right.
I
We have
understand.
balsamic
You
vinegar.
have 25-year-old balsamic vinegar. That's crazy.
That would be
How did we
amazing.
make that association?
Because we're stupid smart.
We're stupid smart. That's it.
Jack,
This
sometimes,
guy.
sometimes,
How's the chat
sometimes.
room going?
Look over here. As we get to the chat room, we've got Phil. Phil likes to say to us, Viognier, great blending grape with a Shiraz from down under. Julie Carey like to say, love Vigniers. Jane McClain, no relation, but she sounds really cool. Wish she was there. Elizabeth Ann, just throws Kara in the house, and this broadcast is a 5-second delay. That's right. Yes, it is. Merry Christmas to you.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of which, all right. So, shall we continue our journey?
how are the girls enjoying the wine?
What's your girls? Tell us what you think about your first taste of MacLean Cellars Poetic Vine.
I'm a big fan.
Honestly,
Big fan.
I'm not the biggest white fan, and this is delicious.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. Come on,
Arsenio!
knuckle me up. Boom.
Oh!
Yes,
All right, give the
indeed.
girl her money.
Yep. Nobody has been paid to do this commercial.
That's right. This is a non-paid endorsement here.
They
So, all
promised
right.
us car fare and a meal.
A meal. All right. So, who would like to continue with the whites, or you want to continue with whites? Why not?
Yes, why not?
Why not?
Camping
All
in
right.
the clouds.
Another one that we've got in here
Not like this, like fucking.
is Booyah Camping in Clouds, our delightful Roussan, and it does not suck. And I'm going to do, you guys don't mind sharing a COVID glass?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's all here
We've
safe.
been quarantining together. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's okay. It's all fake. It's all fake news.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Right.
it's all fake news.
Exactly.
So,
We actually haven't been.
It's
So here we
not,
go.
but we're here anyway.
Yes.
right, exactly. So, this is our Camping in Clouds for 2017. It's a Roussan. Absolutely delightful in every single way.
Somebody else just came into
Somebody
the room.
That's our forest.
We
It's
can't
a moment.
stop them. We can't stop them.
And you're not here. You should be coming. Let me tell you, being home when MacLean Cellars is open is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Come visit. Hang
This
out
is
with
fun.
me. I love you.
Yes.
All right.
People. All right.
What are your tasting notes, my friends? Mark, you kick us off first. Give us your thoughts on this beautiful 2017 Camping in Clouds that doesn't suck.
Ooh, I like that one. We love it.
That was the other one I was going to give you.
It's a delicious. Either
Thank
way.
you.
This is your favorite.
What is
huh?
this one?
Camping in Clouds. It's a Roussan. Yeah.
I like this extravagantly better than this one.
There you go. They only get better from here.
Really?
It's just,
Okay.
That's it. That's
we
the way
make
it
white
goes.
wine
Well,
for
you
white
may just
wine
keep us
people.
here all night then. I don't know.
Watch it. Don't mind, check your butt, can't cash.
This one is a little bit lighter, but has a little tartness to it.
Okay.
You know,
To me-
less sweetness, more tartness.
Yeah, to me it's perfectly balanced.
Yeah.
I love it with chicken. I love it with like a cream sauce pasta. It just brings out that flavor of the Roussan and brings out that fruit. It's one of my favorites. I think it's the most versatile.
I love it with a big glass.
Oh, the big glass. So we say here, starting with a fruit forward aroma, you'll notice a touch of apricot, honey, and caramel. It's light, delightful, refreshing, and the pairing so puts together an Australian lobster tail.
Well, the
yeah.
thing
Oh,
is,
yeah.
Where else would
you
you, get
know,
your lobster tail?
How do you
Exactly.
tell they're Australian?
you know,
Australia.
I don't know, from Australia people.
The accent.
The accent.
Right.
They
Oh,
speak.
that'll do
The
it.
tails always speak.
I'll take those lobsters.
Yeah.
I really like good Sauvignon Blancs. And this is kind of a derivative of Sauvignon Blanc without that really sharp citrus bite to it, okay? It's got really, really beautiful tannins. They're nice and smooth. You've got all sorts of different things going on with the fruit in this. And it's if you like Sauvignon Blanc, by the way, you will absolutely adore this wine. And I'm saying that because I'm an unpaid spokesman for Jason McClain.
Unpaid spokesman.
But
Whoa.
honey, I don't really like Sauvignon
I know you
Blanc,
don't like Sauvignon Blanc.
and I
so
love this.
this is
So
this is
You want a drink?
gorgeous. It really is. I love the way you ask women, do you want a drink?
do
Listen,
you want some more?
it's listen.
Well, it is a wine bar.
It is exactly. Listen,
one job.
we've been shut down for 3 whole months. So,
Really?
you know, yeah, it's COVID-19.
They just opened.
We're from Florida, so everything's open. We don't.
Nice.
What's that?
We're from Florida. We
Oh
don't know
no,
everything's open there.
we opened up 2 days ago for the first time in 3
Really?
months. We've been
Oh, wow.
shut like the wind. The government has shut us all down.
Is that like just Orange County or just you
well,
guys?
California, state.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
State.
Didn't I see
Yeah.
a movie called Shut Like the Wind once?
I don't know. I wasn't with you. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch. So the whole state of California was shut down for the past 3 months.
Right, right.
And they just allowed us all, you guys all know this one, to open up based on county regulations. So we have a
Right.
Santa Barbara location that is about to open up.
Okay.
And then our Laguna Beach location's right here. And then we've been shut, been living in purgatory.
Really?
Yes. We're a Democratic-run country, state.
Right.
That's why.
Right.
Okay. Meanwhile, keep drinking wine. Okay. So, I'll get my friend over there a glass of Camping and Clouds.
Anna.
I think
Anna?
I do whatever. What was
Yes.
the one you like?
The
that
sec-
you
the
got-
one
okay,
that
yeah,
I
This is
yeah,
good.
I want that.
She
I
wants that,
love
yeah.
that.
Got it. Got it.
They're all off camera and they should be on camera because
Yeah, they're just
first of
people-
all, they're beautiful, and second of
Well,
all,
Floridians,
they're
do you really
they're
want us on
obviously
camera?
have
What
a
is
point of
crazy
view.
Floridians?
My
Like,
No, it's to make
Florida.
Democrats
They're
look
all
bad.
the time.
All right, let's continue with our tasting,
Let's
my
do
friends.
it.
Yep.
So, my next question to you guys is: do you want to continue going down the journey of whites, or do you want to try some MacLean Reds? Which is up to you.
Let's switch
Which
to
one?
red.
I agree.
You're
I
ready
agree.
to go down that road.
Let's
Change
switch
it up.
to reds.
Absolutely.
Are you supposed to something? Thank you so much.
Yes. Welcome, welcome,
Reds
welcome.
it is.
All right. So now, let's switch that camera for a second. Back to me. Why? Because I'm here. So, as you've been watching us here, I'm Jason McClain here at MacLean Cellars, and we're having fun. This is what you should be doing, having fun when you go out and have fun. You have your friends, you have your dog, your cat, your hamster, whatever it is, to enjoy really good times. Most people are scared to have fun because the world's changed. Listen, we've sheltered in place, we've done our good due, we listen to the government, we do our good job. We're all American citizens, red-blooded Republican here through and through, and we still love our Democratic friends. We love everyone because we're equal opportunity drinkers. So now, as we continue this wonderful world, we're going to continue on this world of having fun here in the lounge. I'm so glad that we're open again. So once again, if you want to come down and hang out with MacLean Cellars, make a reservation, get your butt down here, because with the whole new world, we can't have many people in here until we blow out our parking lot in the next 24 hours and have even more people here. So now we're going to continue our tasting with some of our reds. Jack has got his hand up.
He's got a question.
I'm switching cameras. Go, Jack.
I could have brought my hamster,
No, your hamster would have to be quarantined and wear a mask.
but he's a Republican.
I know. Well, then he could have come in.
Kiki, come here.
Just stupid.
You're
Why?
Stupid bunny.
I think the moment we're having is
timeless.
timeless.
Timeless. Yes.
Timeless is our Sangiovese, and I'm going to mix a bit of the love so that your glass is fresh and clean and you can drink out the love. We're going to have our 100% Sangiovese. Why? Because I'm an American, and I'm glad to be an American. This I know it's true.
Wow.
Gladly stand up.
Yes,
Da, 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 da.
Yes, sir.
All right, there's our Sangiovese.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, 100% Sangiovese called Timeless. Tara Young, you are up, girlfriend. Give us your opinions of this stupid good wine that I made.
It is a little fruit forward.
You're so articulate.
I just have so many words.
Oh, I know, just
You know,
use
I have
one.
to pick. Oh, okay. Good.
Use your
Good.
words.
Is good. Is good a word?
Like it a lot.
I really like it.
I like it a lot.
Should I say a lot?
I like it a lot. I love the reds. It's an easy drink. I could drink it anytime with anything, literally.
Love it.
With a lot
I
of
love that
vegetables.
about you,
With a
Kara.
lot of
Yeah,
vegetables.
absolutely. Because she's a vegetarian.
Jack?
I first tasted Sanju in Italy, and it was a very, very Italian wine. It had, it tasted, it was
have
deep
stories
and
like
rich and
that.
crazy, right? Okay, but you will. So, but you know the reason I love this is because it's a very California wine. It has all of the things that Sangiovese has, and it has a softness and a smoothness, and it's delicious. It's
doesn't
absolutely
bite you back.
delicious. It doesn't bite you back.
It has a soft finish.
It does. It's gorgeous.
Mark Barley.
Sanju and I went to grade school together, and I always knew he was going to make a great wine, a great grape, and he did. He pulled it off. It's amazing. Glad you made good wine out of it.
I like it too. That's our beautiful, delightful, timeless. Let us now step into something.
Oh,
That
so
empty.
good.
There wasn't there
How about
an Elton John song called Sanjo, my friend?
I think so.
Sanjo, my friend, you were always my brother.
Honey,
That's what happens when you drink wine.
honey.
What do you
Honey.
want from me? Okay.
his wife has looked at him and said, honey, honey, honey.
Honey.
All right.
Portions of the show have been pre-recorded.
All right. You guys ready for something new? How about Hope and Faith? 2017 Petite Syrah. I like to call it just something to make your liver quiver and your shimmy shimmy cocoa pop.
Oh, I like your Cocoa Pop.
Girl,
yeah,
we can
baby.
pop your cocos with this. Let me tell you, nothing beats this Hope and Faith. 100% Petite Syrah from the Santinez Valley up in our vineyard, and it is just
Exquisite.
yum! Yeah! Top tour!
But I had to use my words. You just.
All right,
You know, I'm
Shelly
I'm
Ann,
with
you're
you, babe.
up. Give us your thoughts on our amazing 2017 Hope and Faith by MacLean Cellars. That doesn't suck. .com.
Oh yeah. So my favorite thing to have with this wine
Doesn't suck.
is lamb, actually.
Is what?
Is lamb.
Lamb.
Because it brings the fattiness brings out the fruit. Because right now it's a very mellow, lovely, fruit balanced wine. And then when the fat of the meat brings it out, or if you're a vegetarian like Kara, if you have something strong like acorn squash, that type of acidity brings out the flavor of this wine and just makes it rock. It sings. It absolutely sings.
Sounds so good.
I love it. I love it.
Well, first of all, the acidity. She mentioned the acidity. It's just absolutely
It's perfect.
It's just perfect. And then you have this wonderful fruit. There's a little hint of tobacco in there. I taste blueberries, some raspberries. There are
Some boysenberries.
Smucker's is good for me. It's good for you, man. Okay, yeah.
My
And-
side yard.
Smucker this.
and you know,
I think you're done. You can't top that one.
and Jack out. Thank you.
Jack out. Well, there you are, my friends. This is the Holton Faith Petite Syrah.
Really
Now, I'm a big
beautiful.
Petite Syrah nut. You guys
Me
know
too.
this. I love making a good Petite Syrah. We've got a new one coming out called Visual Flight Rules. It's not out yet, but that's a great Petite Syrah. And I probably
Some of
have
us
over
have
there
had
some
it.
of our library collection of our family values Petite Syrah. A little more, a little sweeter, if you will, but not a sweet wine. I hate sweet wines.
Well, BFR's not out yet, but we did drink 2 bottles of it like
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Like I used to say, I've had that before.
That's what happens at my house. We drink
Wait,
wine.
if you had bought the stimulus package,
You would have gotten one, yes, because we
That's
got one
right.
like stimulus
which
package.
is how we got ours.
You would never have known.
That's right.
Right.
Weren't not for the wine stimulus package. But MacLean Cellars. Yes.
And
very, very
straws, by the way, are available on demand.
good. Yes, they are. All right, shall we continue on our road?
Yes.
Let us go into.
They're all going, yes. We walked into the right place at the right time.
So, this one here is just a touch of our Purpose Road. Now, what is Purpose Road? Da-da-da. Purpose Road, 75% Merlot, 25% Sangiovese. And I call it something that makes you tap dance when you're asleep.
That's hard.
I tap dance on
It is.
Fridays and Mondays, but not
That's
when I
true.
sleep.
when you're wide awake.
No, and I have to tell you sometimes, because I've
In
slept
my
with you
garage.
for many years, sometimes you tap dance in your sleep. I just want you to know.
We all do.
I know.
We
man.
all do.
It's a beautiful thing. It's like sleeping with Scatman Carruthers. Did I just say that?
Out loud.
Out
And
loud.
live.
So, what do you think of our new format for our show? We've been doing these shows now, and you guys have all seen them all the time here. Let me swing over real quick and get a bird's eye camera view. So, let me ask this question: you guys have been watching our shows now every Wednesday night and every Saturday night, broadcasting from our respective homes. We've taught you how to cook, and most of you can't. We taught you how to drink, and most of you can. And we've had lots of fun. Now that we're open, there was the idea that says, listen, why don't we keep doing these kind of things and do them like, after dark, like Playboy After Dark, and we could do wine tasting with friends, hanging out, drinking. What do you think of the format? It's something new. It's something different. We won't cook for you or show you how to cook with these types of shows, but this is a new format. Give me your idea. What do you think about that? Kara and the wine.
Oh, what do I think about this? Or the new format?
Whatever you say, Kara, just speak.
Perfect. Oh, jeez. Okay. I think this format, first of all, is great because
She's here drinking.
I'm here drinking.
Nice.
And I feel like a lot of times when experts talk about wine, like you guys, we can hear it, but it's like coming from a simple Joe like myself.
Yes.
Simple minds. We need simple words. I'm here for that. I will be that person.
And may I
The
just
wine
add?
is great too.
May I just add? First of all, I am not a connoisseur. I am just a sewer.
We know,
okay?
honey.
So
We know.
and I want you to know that there are many things that have gone in my mouth that have just been.
Oh.
Yeah, let's not. Wait, stop there.
The wheels are coming off now.
Just stop. Just stop. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking.
So, hey, it's a good way to segue into our new cooking show, don't you think?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, keep drinking, Jack. Keep drinking.
Keep drinking.
All right, so this is our Merlot Sangiovese. It's called Purpose Road. Did you guys taste?
Yes. Yeah, take a chance.
Cheers, McKenna.
Indeed.
Oh, there's a little love there. Just a little
Wait, this
backwash.
is really good. Well, I'm done because I drank it, but it was really good.
Let us go down the road to 1961.
Come on.
It's a great year.
1961,
Wait. Got your
living in
Zen.
Zen. Nice.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, our old black magic that we call Old Vine Zinfandel. This is a wine that was made after my father did a song on April 21st, 1961. He sang Old Black Magic on the original Ted Mack show. And when he did so, he did such a great job, they got a nod from Johnny Carson to go on the Tonight Show in November of '62. And this is a picture of my old man dragging on some lead.
How cool is that?
It's very
That's
cool.
Awesome.
So,
I love that.
a little love for the Old Black Magic. Gotta keep something to the keeper.
Yeah.
Without them, our lights go off. So we have our Old Black Magic. Old Black Magic is old vine Zinfandel sourced out of Lodi. It's not Santa Ynez Valley like all of our others are in Santa Barbara. It's sourced out of Lodi. 50-year-old vines. And with a 50-year-old vine, you get a real silkiness and character. And if you are a cigar fan, this is all you want to drink it with.
Yeah, this is cigar.
This is a cigar wine.
Yeah.
This is a cigar
Oh,
wine.
that's awesome, right?
It's good. Yum,
Yeah.
yum, 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 yum.
Go for it, Anna.
You know, I'll tell you a story.
Yeah,
Shelly
what
and
do you bud?
Shelly and I almost bought a vineyard in Lodi,
Okay?
and it was 20 acres, and 15 of the acres were essentially Zinfandel grapes, right?
Cigar wine.
Long story short, we never did
really
it, but Lodi is one of those places where Zinfandel absolutely thrives. Hot summers, cool evenings.
Yeah.
There's
Chill.
a lot of
Lot of schist in
there's a lot of schist in the soil, and there's a great opportunity for the grapes to develop this really lovely flavor. And this is a gorgeous one.
Knocks it out of the park.
One of my favorite MacLean wines.
Thank you very much, Jack. That's very nice of you.
Well,
Very, very unique
I'm not
taste.
telling you anything
Yeah,
about
so
the
that's the
truth.
thing. It
I
doesn't
like it a
taste
lot.
like all
That's
the other
good.
reds taste. This is one that has a very
We haven't even got to the good stuff yet.
unique taste.
I like that a
Oh,
lot.
We haven't even got to the reserve.
Oh,
the
you
good
mean
stuff.
the
We're
good
still
stuff.
we're still in the non-reserve wines.
All right.
So if you're watching tonight and you say to yourself, "I need to drink something good," just wait. It's there. Now
Good one.
let's continue down our story about my old man.
Yes.
My old man fell in love with a woman in 1955. Her name, well, I gave you a little bit too much because you're going to get drunk, but it's okay. 1955.
I can
That's
hold
why we
my
have-
wine.
That's why we have Uber.
Right. And it was called Darcella.
Darcella.
Now,
Right.
he met this girl on the Champs-Élysées. I can't pronounce it very well, but that sounded good
You
when I
did
said
pretty
it.
good.
Thank you very much. And she is, there's Darcella, my friends. You guys got it. And those of you watching the little quick cam, you got the Darcella. And Darcella was this woman he met. Now, imagine this young lady in 1955 in France, and she's a ballet dancer. She's got her slippers over her shoulder. And as she walks in, she's like, "Oh, bonjour, comment ça va bien? Bonjour, bonjour." And she's walking around there, and she says that very loudly, "Bonjour, bonjour," because that's all I can say. But when she comes in there, she's like, she meets this guy. There's this
gotta teach
beautiful,
him more
handsome,
French,
stocky gentleman with stripes on his shoulders. He's in the military, and he's like, he's in his 20s, and he's like, like me, really sexy, very handsome man.
Switch the camera so they can see you.
Oh, okay, great. I'm gonna let you see me so you
Yeah,
can see
because
me.
you're animated and you're telling
Yeah.
a
Okay,
story.
so it's the story. Now you can see me. All right, remember, I'm sexy, and there we go. Yeah. Good. So they go over, and the cool thing is, he meets this girl, and he goes off, and they go over that beautiful bridge where all the padlocks are, and they have this long, gorgeous walk, just relaxing, talking in things. How do you do? I'm doing very good. How about you? Oh, no, very nice. Thank you very much. Oh, that's very, very good. I am Pepper Le Pew. Oh, that's very nice. And so they have fun. And then at the end of the night, they don't have phone numbers. They can't exchange details. And she goes off into the world. He goes back to base, and he never sees her again. Good thing, because I wouldn't have been born in the 60s if my parents had not met. God bless my mother. Score. However, he was so infatuated with this lady, he wrote a song all about her now, and I'm going to tell you about it. On the back of our tasting card for Darcella, my dad, this is actually him, back in 1955. You can take a look at the camera.
Of course, I'm gonna put it back.
And he wrote a song, it's called Darcella. What are you doing? That's part of the menu. We ain't got that far yet. Darcella is the evening breeze that flows ever soft through the trees. She's like a lovely symphony, such is she, such a Darcella, my love. We met. Shut up. We met one night in the misty rain, along the shores of the river Seine. The music played at a small cafe. We kissed, and then she went away. Someday, somehow, we may meet once more, perhaps again on that same sweet shore. Each day I pray to the stars above, send back Darcella, my love. Each night I sleep and dream in vain about the night in the misty rain, when the music played in that small cafe. We kissed, and she went away. So my dad wrote that for that young lady, and we decided to make a wine in honor of his first love. Because real love was my mom, but that's another story. That's chapter 2. So ladies and gentlemen, let's do a little button click and show each of you your opportunity to enjoy Darcella. Cheers to all of you.
Cheers.
Sweet song.
I can't believe all that fit on that tasting card.
Yeah, I did.
That's
Cheers.
cheap.
It's unnecessary.
Well, it should have been the river Insane because it's just
yummy.
absolutely beautiful. Okay, it's really well.
That was a good story, though. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah. See,
I love that.
you can talk.
Thank you, Jack.
You are a good storyteller, yeah?
Yum,
You
yum,
have,
yum,
you
yum.
have a very
This is
good,
why my-
good-
You have a good storyteller voice.
Yes.
You do.
Good.
Thank
You
you.
And that's a huge compliment. I wish.
Thank you.
I wish I had one.
I do.
don't. I
It
don't.
happens. All you do is open your mouth and blow.
Oh,
What?
I'll
that's
try
the
that next time.
that's the old line from
Come on!
from the Big Sleep.
Thank
It was,
you!
It was
There you go.
Thank
it was
you!
Lauren Bacall.
I'm sorry you didn't get it. It was a joke.
Yeah, no, I know it.
It's kind of like she's like,
We love
oh,
that.
you're such a dick.
That was
No, we love that. That
It
was
was
a great story.
it was
I'm like,
Lauren
somebody get on the
Bacall.
We love
movie.
that.
This is about the movie.
Jack's got
Open
you.
your mouth and
Thank you, Jack.
You know,
Jack's
Rick.
on
All you
your
gotta
runway.
do
Exactly.
is you know
I don't
is
know.
use your mouth and
No?
and blow.
Right.
You know how to
movie, you
whistle.
It's a good movie. Put the,
And if you've never
Google it,
seen
it's
the
real.
movie,
It's a real movie.
it's not an idiot that bad.
people made it up.
All right.
No, that was great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
how's our chat?
All right, you want another glass or something?
You want
You
something?
just had a Darcella.
The cab you gave me was
The same one?
That
Well,
was
it's it.
Darcella.
Darcella. That was Darcella.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what a real wine tasting is like. If you've
mean,
never
that's
been,
appreciate
if you've never been to one before, it's really kind of freewheeling and crazy. And most people come in and out of this place, and you know what
And
the
you
deal
meet the
is.
most amazing people.
You meet amazing people, and it's a lot of fun. So I suggest you come here.
That's how we met Jason McClain.
We
Oh,
did.
tell that story.
Oh,
How
okay.
did
So
you meet me?
we're in a totally different tasting room, and Jason and his beautiful wife Sophia drive up in this gorgeous convertible. And what's the convertible? 1960.
1962 Chrysler 300.
A 1962 Chrysler 300 drives up, and I'm thinking to myself, well, who the hell is this? He and his beautiful wife walk into this tasting room, and we kind of sort of started conversation, and we tasted kind of marginal wine. I'm not mentioning who the winery was, okay?
Yep.
But it was marginal wine. But,
But the best
he
thing
says
about
to
the
me,
tasting-
he says, I make wine too. And I said, you make wine too? And he says, yeah, I do. And I said, God, it's got to be better than this. But hey, I digress. Okay. So we.
Somebody help me, dear God.
Okay, wait.
I did not mention.
I'm going to take over
no,
from here.
no names were mentioned. Okay.
Okay,
And
wait,
so
wait.
what?
That's true.
Say no. What?
So we
I thought my
we
story.
went to go and taste their wine, and it happened to be my birthday.
Lifesaver.
Yes.
And
So
my birthday was
We haven't got a
amazing
picture.
because
Yeah.
I was tasting MacLean Cellars
Seriously.
wine. We were at a restaurant, a beautiful little Italian restaurant. Can I mention the name?
Yes.
Tucci Fresco. And we walked in and we thought, okay, we're tasting this brand new wine. We started with the whites, and there were 4 of us, and we all went,
Wow.
oh, this is pretty good.
This is pretty good.
We're supposed to be tasting this.
And then we wandered over to we went through the whole thing, and every single one was better and better and better and better. And at that moment, we signed up for the wine club, founders members, and we became fast friends with Jason.
We got hooked, and it's because the wine is absolutely freaking awesome. And I'm telling you this because it's true. And
Because we pay for our wine.
But the
No.
friendship is better. The friendship is better. What you get great wine.
That's true.
And you get good friends.
are you sure about that? I mean,
Wow, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
We're live.
That's what the T-shirt says.
We are live. Now you get to try our Rudderless. Rudderless is named after those times in life when you have no clue where you're going or what you're doing,
Yep.
and you are completely lost. Nothing beats being lost in life.
My mother told me that this was me for a long time ago.
How's the chat roll? Any comments?
Any comments on the chat roll,
Yeah, what are
Jason?
they saying?
Yeah, I haven't been looking, but there are many comments on chat roll. But let's go through Rudderless first.
Okay.
So, Mark, give us your take on our Rudderless, my friends. This is our 2016 Rudderless. 3 cases left. So if you like it, you better buy it today because it's going to go bye-bye. Rudderless
Whatever we have is amazing.
like that.
Yes.
Very
Yes,
strong nose, similar to Old Black Magic, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good.
What did I smell?
I will
What's
tell
the
you.
first smell that I can't pin it? What is it?
Go ahead and you tell me.
No, that's not how it
A little
works.
sweet on the
Yeah,
palate.
this is how it'll work.
If
Yeah,
I can't
cool.
if I can't pin it, I mean.
We
I
are
can't-
tasting wine here, darling.
I
Okay.
need you to- I can't name it.
Have a
I
cat.
can't
It's
name it.
it's really really dark cherry.
Very much dark cherries.
Yeah.
A lot of dark cherries in this one.
Yeah. Okay. Over here.
Also kind of smells like
Yeah.
pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin seeds. Oh, that's interesting.
It kind of smells
Want a
like
glass of
pumpkin
wine?
seeds.
It's so
Yes.
subjective
I think
because
we're
wine,
good.
when
We're
you
about to. We have
when you
dinner.
taste wine,
Yeah.
it really is
Are
the
you
thing
on a
that
Uber or
you
somebody
think it
driving?
is.
Yeah.
And you should
Just
never
someone driving.
you should
Don't
never
worry,
be
it's not
guided
us.
by anybody
Not
or
us.
anything.
Who gets the
that tells
tab
you
for the
something
glasses?
differently.
Me.
Perfect.
Yes.
You let me know how you're doing once more. I'll keep.
Who else
you
is doing
love.
now?
I'm good
Do it
for
now.
now.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
good?
yeah, yeah.
All right.
From whatever I got.
Or
Alright.
if there's what 9:30.
So Jack, hold the thought.
All right. So,
Give me,
Yeah,
give it to
8:30.
me.
Yeah.
Kara was just asking about the subjectivity of wine tasting, and I
Come on
told
here,
her,
McKenna.
Okay.
I said it's really all about how you feel about a wine or how you feel the wine tastes when you taste it. So you can read tasting notes and you can read all sorts of stuff, but I will tell you the honest to God truth about wine tasting. It really is dependent on what your palate is, what you receive, how you perceive what it is. Something that tastes really fruit forward to somebody is going to be tannic to somebody else. Something that tastes a really kind of dry and icky is going to be somebody else's beautiful, absolutely perfect steak wine. I mean, it really is. It's so subjective. So, my suggestion to everybody who is tasting wine: drink what you like, enjoy what you love.
Wine is what you like.
Wine is exactly. Yeah, thank you, Shelley. Yes.
Wine is what you like. It's
perfect.
It doesn't have to be $100 bottle. It can be a $10 bottle. Wine is what you like.
And that is the most important thing that you can ever read. I have kids now that they're in their mid
Late
20s.
20s.
Anything beats an impossible.
Are you dating? Don't date me, okay?
Sorry, I'm
I have
pouring more
kids-
wine.
Wait.
Yes.
I have
Sorry.
kids that are in their mid to late
You're good. You
20s.
want a little low?
Yeah. I'll have a little.
And they're just starting to get into
Tempranillo.
wine,
I'm not driving.
which is the perfect time
I
because
would.
their palates are so fresh and wonderful. I want them to be able to experience the entire
Buttercake?
panoply
So
of
good.
what wine can
Yeah.
be and how it is and how it tastes and what their effect is and all of those things, okay? I can't wait, if I'm alive in the next 10 years, to understand how their palates have evolved. And that's what wine is. Thank you. I've just
You know, Jack, I love hearing you speak once again.
I have covered
It's
covered
like
as much
beautiful
time.
music.
We got the whole history of wine, I think.
You know what? That's my husband. I live with him.
So now we're enjoying.
It was a
You
compliment.
already tasted it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now we're enjoying Lifesaver. Tempranillo with a touch of Petite Sirah.
Because Petite Sirah rocks.
Touch Petite Sirah rocks.
Petite Sirah.
And if you don't drink Petite Sirah, you've got issues. Cheers.
But let's talk about
Thank God
Tempranillo
we
for
all
a moment,
drink
okay?
Syrah.
Okay. Cool.
Tempranillo, that's fantastic
Thank you,
Spanish.
guys.
right?
You're so welcome. Say goodnight to our impromptu guests, my friends.
You guys look gorgeous.
Good night. Have fun tonight.
We'll be back.
Okay.
But they live in Florida.
This is what happens when you taste wine. People come, they go.
Come and they hang
Look,
out.
we're having
to drink
so
wine.
much fun. They had to come in.
And you know what? That's the wine tasting experience.
Yep.
Yep.
Love it. I can't wait till we are officially able to do a full set of proper tastings when the government allows us to do so, but I'm sure it won't be too far off because there's no reason not to be
But
able
you
to do
can't
it.
go bad with a glass of MacLean soda.
No,
You can't
and
go
you know
back.
what? I brought some friends in last night,
Yeah.
and we obviously couldn't do like the normal flights, things like that. they loved it. They
But we
will-
give you
and
love
100
anyway. We
No,
just
and
did
yes,
the
the thing is-
100%. You just saw it. Like you
Yeah.
will get love when you're here, and you will find what you love, and you'll walk out with bottles.
But Jason,
That's
if you
just how it
want a
works.
flight and you don't want to come to the winery, you can still buy the flights.
You
right?
can, that's right. We have the
Yes.
flights for home. We'll ship all these wines to you for 1 ounce and 2 ounce.
And you know what? I gotta tell you, I'm gonna do that for a wedding shower.
Yes.
Nice gift.
I
Good
think
idea.
that so we'll have
Great
probably
idea.
a lot of people, and I will be buying the flights for the wedding because I think that it's a beautiful thing to do for a lot
Yeah.
of for those kinds of bridal showers or baby showers or things like that because
Parties.
it is and it's personal and
Yes.
maybe I could even talk the wine guy into coming and talking through
Love
the
it.
wine.
Sure.
You know
So
somebody. You
I know
probably
somebody,
could.
but I think that that's really important because you know what? It's an experience.
Yeah.
Wine tasting is an experience.
Yeah.
And these wines are worth the experience.
Yes, absolutely.
I look at this little format we're doing right now tonight, and I actually like it better than any other show we've ever
I
done.
love it.
Hey,
fun.
no.
No, wait. I think that we do this once a month, and we just have like our own
Oh, I'll
Cheers
come and drink.
event. So tell me what you think in the chat roll. If we did
Yeah.
this once a month, now we just kind of set up so you can see my hands in one camera and then the other camera. So we'll fix all that wonderful stuff. But I think that a proper tasting event where we can say hanging out with my friends is the greatest thing in the world we can also possibly do. And if that's you and you want to have us do this more often,
Change
you
your
let
camera
me
angle.
know. I got it on there.
No,
Are you sure?
need
Are
to
Yes,
see
I'm
it.
good in the corner.
Okay, you good in the
Yes.
corner? Are you sure?
The flights are great for gifts. John, thank you so very much. Let's
Yeah.
go ahead and
That's
do
a great
quickie,
idea,
quickie.
Jillian, because it's like if it's like a
We
baby
love
shower,
it.
bridal
Yes, the
shower,
flights
you
are
don't
great.
wanna get
We bought
wasted.
reserve flight
So
and
it's
master's
like-
flight yesterday. Julie Carey, thank you so very much. And you rock in every single way. Oh my gosh, yes. We are there. Jason, thought
do
you were
events
served
if you
food with
want.
your wine tastings. That's right. This is a non-impromptu, non-paid wine tasting. My friends are with me tonight, Phil, and I'm giving them free wine.
Is that Phil?
Yeah, it's Phil.
Phil.
Yeah, he's making trouble.
Yeah.
But when you come in, based on the COVID-19 rules, you got a glass of wine and you have some food with it as well.
Oh, and
That's
we
just
signed
kind of the rules.
releases. We
And they
signed
all
releases.
signed a release
We signed
that if
saying
they got
that
the COVID, then they could share it with others free of charge.
What a deal, right?
I
We're
got
gonna
some,
get in
I got
trouble
some
for
Florida
that.
COVID from being over in this corner.
Absolutely.
We're also that was like
Florida
COVID.
COVID.
By 6 feet away.
Yeah.
And I can't bring my hamster? What the hell? Okay.
Okay, we just tasted, we didn't even drink it, we just tasted our 2016 or 17 Lifesaver. Did you remember what it tastes like? Or we pour it
Yes.
again?
Excellent.
I
It was
was
so
going to
good.
tell you, it was really, really good.
It was
It's
good.
good.
I liked it.
Try this.
I'd drink it again.
I would drink it again. 10 out of 10.
I would, yeah, absolutely. It gets
like
a
it better
really
than
high
cats.
mark for me. Yeah.
Cats. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go now to Kara.
Ah, yay!
Oh, it must be.
Wines.
What could it
In the
possibly
world.
be?
It must
Promise
be the
keeper.
2016 Promise Keeper.
It's a 2017 Booyah!
Which is just as good.
Oh yeah, Promise Keeper.
Don't you just miss being here?
Yeah.
Doing this
Obviously.
every freaking night?
Yes.
Well, being here is almost as good as missing being here.
What?
What?
I'm not sure what
Because
that was.
Because we miss it so much.
We do. We miss it so much.
And the two feelings are very
But I
similar.
try to
Yes.
cover for you, but I don't know where you're
It's
I
But-
tried to cover for you, but I don't
Don't
know who
worry
you
about
are,
it.
where you're
Shut
going.
up.
This is
Jillian
what
can't
happens.
interpret.
This usually is what happens an hour into a wine tasting is you start making ridiculous comments.
Well, and
Fair.
the
That's fair.
tasting pours are about a glass of wine now too. So
There are a little love there, right? You gotta have that love.
I've just gotta wait.
love
So
that
let's
Promise Keeper.
Kara, give us what do you
Yeah,
love about
because
it?
you are.
You
this
are
is
the
your-
connoisseur of this particular wine. So why is it that it's so lovely to you?
Oh,
So you have, and there's the 2016 and the 2017.
yes. So it took me a long time to actually try the 2017 because I was so stuck on the 2016. I didn't think I could possibly love anything as my first child. But along came the 17. It's good. The 2016 you did amazingly though. The 2017 I will still buy a case because Vaughn will still buy a case because it is so good.
It's just
The
different.
blend, it's different. It doesn't taste like a lot of times when you're doing a tasting or you're merge together, right? So red wines over time can just kind of taste the same if you keep drinking them. The Promise Keeper has such a distinct flavor that I've never kind of fell in love with a bottle of wine the way I did that one. I was like, this is, I guess, like, I can tell this wine from any other wine. And it was just such a unique flavor, and I was like, this is it. Yeah, and everybody I feel like has that bottle for them. For me, it was for sure the 2016, and the 2017 is equally as good. I would for sure have Vaughn buy a case of it.
Do you know the difference of the two?
You told me.
They're both Barbera base,
Right.
but the
Percentages were different, right?
No, the percentages are pretty much the same as well, 65-35. The 16 is Barbera with Mourvedre. The 17 is Barbera with Sangiovese.
And yeah.
The 18,
There's an
18, and there's a 19. The 18, which is in barrel right now, which you'll be able to enjoy when you go up north, because it's all in barrel, they're separated. You can make your own version of Promise Keeper by taking the Barbera from the 18 barrel and a bit of the Mourvedre from the barrel. And what we're going to do for 2018 is we're making a Barbera Mourvedre Sangiovese. We're going to compare, we're going to combine the metals of 16 for that vintage of Promise Keeper, the metals from 17, and we're working on a new painting right now for this one to make the 18 collection getting geared. It'll be available sometime in 2021 because we're going to go through the 70s we've got right now.
So you're
Well,
doing
Phil
BSM
will
instead of
probably
GSM.
buy a case
Exactly.
or two.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Yeah, BSM.
Since I said I loved it, Phil will probably buy 2 cases tonight.
Well, Phil might have a quota maximum. Yeah, because he doesn't drink very much. He gave up drinking for Lent, and then he found a Lent roller.
I think Phil trades the wine like stock, right? Where he buys low and sells high.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know who Phil is, he's one of our faithful club members. He lives in Colorado. Him and his beautiful wife Karen, and they're on every one of these broadcasts every single night. Phil,
God, it's so
his existence is drinking fine wine at fine times. So we certainly appreciate it.
Was
Hello.
it-
Yes.
Is that like 5 o'clock?
Or 8 a.m.
Yeah, fine times, yeah.
Yeah,
Fine
Wine
times.
times.
8 a.m.
Hey, as I look at the chat roll for a second, let me take a little quick second here and not mess anybody up. Let's see here. We've got Vaughn, who's coming in as somebody else's name. But he's on YouTube, and he was there. Kara, that 16 Promise Keeper. Oh, no, it's not, from Phil. Always having love for you. Don Spring didn't recognize Jack without the
Pink hair?
stove in front of him.
Oh.
Exactly.
I for sure
That
thought they
was
were going to
there.
say pink hair.
And of course, all of our dear friends and wonderful. We love Phil. We love Vaughn. We love everybody else. We
Vaughn's
won't
not
be-
even on here.
we don't even know why Vaughn's got like.
Vaughn's not even on here. Why does he have a following?
He's just.
Vaughn
yeah.
has a following.
Does it
I'm
care?
sorry. you
Maybe
should
he's on his phone.
hear about that here.
So that's our 17 Promise Keeper. Any other comments on how great that wine is?
So good.
It's delicious. I got to tell you, 2 things occur to me. First of all, a really typical California wine, beautiful fruit, great blend, the really easy tannins. You've got this is so drinkable. I mean, this is one of those things
There's well,
where you could
yep, pink bagel.
Everything bagel. Yeah, that's for all.
It pairs with everything bagel popcorn. You know what? Here's the deal. If you're gonna drink just a bottle of wine by itself,
Yeah.
this may well be the winner. And I'll tell you why. Because you can do it.
So if I'm going to drink a bottle of wine, it's going to be Faithful Friends. Just
Well,
saying,
okay,
I'm going to drink
just-
the entire
But
freaking
all
bottle
right,
of
so
Faithful Friends.
and that's what wine is. Wine is subjective.
Wine, wine is what you like.
Oh,
Well,
wait
yeah,
a minute,
that's
ladies
the
and
thing,
gentlemen.
yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
fine
wait.
hearts. 5 hearts is
Wait.
There is.
There's more.
There's more.
So let me
By
do
two.
a quick second, and let's go ahead and switch camera roles for 1 second, my friends. Listen, I want to introduce you to the finest wine on the planet Earth. Now, this is not 2013 aged wine. This is a 17. It's a newer wine, definitely a California base. I love Purpose Road, Merlot and Sangiovese. I love Hope and Faith, Petite Syrah. I love Family Values, Petite Syrah. What if they all got together and they had a baby? Right? A wine baby. Imagine 50% Petit Syrah with 30% Merlot, 20% Sangiovese. You would have 5 hearts, named after my family of 5, my lovely wife and our 3 bastard children. Sorry, our 3 children. Sorry, our 3 children. Yes. They're talking.
Oh, wait a minute. Your Tevia. I love that.
No tea here, just wine.
Okay.
Okay. So this one won us. Whatever this one. Here we go.
Forget the trumpet.
I left it.
It's really lovely.
It's okay.
Okay, 5 hearts. 5 hearts.
Check
is
that out.
Good.
Double
Or
gold.
better.
5 hearts. 2017. San Ynez Valley from the largest wine competition in North America, my friends. This is, of all the wines I've made, of course, 16 Promise Keeper. This doesn't suck. It's so good.
Unmatched.
But this one is, I don't know how to describe it.
It's outstanding.
It's outstanding.
Stupid good.
96 points. And I like to say to that one, because it's worthy of every single piece. All right, my friends, what is it that you enjoy about this stupid good, amazing vintage?
Well, it's just coming into my glass right now, but having tasted this before and having actually paired food with it, I think it's one of the very best wines that you have absolutely made. And I say that in all sincerity.
I agree.
I think it's absolutely spectacular.
If you don't have a case of this at home, you're a poo-poo head. That's all I gotta say.
That's a technical. That's a technical term.
Well,
It
so I'm a poo-poo head. I don't have a taste. I gotta correct my whole wine closet thing. Okay, I really do.
When we have friends that are just trying out, MacLean cellars, and they say, well, what should we try? What should we do? We always say a good staple of MacLean cellars is their 5 hearts.
This is our first year for it too, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, you
It's great.
take a
This
look
is
at
not
it.
like an everyday wine for us.
You take a
But
look
it is
at
an
it.
everyday. I feel like it's a good everyday drinking wine.
I will tell you, this will lay down for a long time. It'll get better and better. I would say like 5-6 years. It's a beautiful color. It's got a great finish.
It was a camera issue. It's all that would be.
I thought it was something I was saying.
No. The camera went blurry because it was zooming in and auto-focusing. And
Well, I think it's just the wine setting in.
it was.
Gets a little blurry.
Everyone's been drinking. It's
May
blurry
well
on their
be.
camera.
We'll
It's
try
not
it
us.
again.
It's them.
Oh, there it is again. All right, come back, camera. All right, so you're on me for a second until we get the camera to autofocus again. So I'm going to probably try a little button. See if that
You
helps
might
or
want to
not.
take your mask off.
Let's see. I'm working technical stuff. And there's a moment.
There you go.
Nope.
Oh. It's not us. It's them.
It's not us.
They've been
It's them.
drinking. It's their fault.
It's them. So where does 5 Hearts rate with Faithful Friend? This is what Elizabeth has asked me
Oh, I
just now.
love Faithful Friend.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's your
my
go-to.
favorite.
Um,
That's my go-to. I will drink that every day if I had them. If I had it, I would drink it every day.
Ouch, I was just commenting on it, picking up 2 bottles on Sunday. You should, Don. It's great.
Oh,
so
yeah.
let me compare the two for you for a second.
They're
while
totally
Mark
different.
works on it. Might want to just disconnect and reconnect.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah,
You're just
Yeah.
stepping on the cable.
I was stepping on the cable.
They're totally different.
We're on a budget here at MacLean Cellars
Yeah.
because you're not buying wine.
So,
Been shut down for 3
Five
months and we're
Hearts
broke.
and Faithful Friend, which I love both.
What can you say?
I'm
you
down.
know,
Okay.
I love both these wines.
You do. So
I-
she says she loves both these wines.
Love them.
And they're different. And let me tell you why they're different. One, because the grapes are completely different. Two, because Faithful Friends aged 5 years in
Right.
French oak barrels.
Exactly.
5 Hearts is about 18 to 20 months. 5 Hearts is a newer wine. Faithful Friend is an older wine. Faithful Friend's got a 16.6% alcohol. 5 Hearts from 15.7. So you got more liquored up moments in Faithful Friend than the others. But
makes sense,
Faithful
Joanne.
Friend is gone.
Not totally.
It is totally gone. No more left. As of right now, everyone in their wine club has selected all the bottles of Faithful Friend.
Oh, maybe.
And it's all gone, so whatever you have in your collection of Faithful Friend, as I've been saying over and over and over for months to people, it's on its way gone. Faithful Friend is over. There is none left, and it is all gone.
Dude, 2016 Promise Keeper. I'll
Now,
trade
wait, there's an opportunity, which is not yet official. When we made Faithful Friend, we sold 8 barrels of it to another winemaker up in the San Ynez Valley to use as a blending agent. That winemaker still has Faithful Friend in barrel waiting up there. So I've asked them if I can buy it back from him and bottle it and create it and have 8 barrels of it. That's like 200 cases. We're waiting for him to say yes. And I've asked him now every year for many, many years. He's always said no. But the COVID has hit, and every winery is really hurting badly. And we're hopeful that that hurt helps this winemaker let us buy it back. If he says no, then Faithful Friend's gone. The new one will come out in a couple of years, and happy day. But all you can do is hope and pray I can get 8 barrels. Or a barrel or 2. I'll take it and I'll bottle it and give it to you. But honestly, it's gone. We are no longer selling it. Matter of fact, if you major wine club selections, you can click only 1 bottle of wine if you're a wine club member, a Faithful Friend, and within a couple of hours, it'll be removed from the website entirely for selections. And if we can do it, we can get it and be available in 3 or 4 months. But there we go. All right, let's see if my friend Mark has fixed the camera roll.
Oh,
Yay!
well
Mark!
done.
Mark, tell us what the problem was.
Jason was standing on the cable.
Oh,
Yeah, it happens.
perfect.
Yeah.
It does. It happens.
So here's our 5 hearts, my friends. Petite Sirah, Merlot,
Yeah,
and
we're all
Sangiovese.
done.
We're done.
We're all done.
Oh,
You
just
talked. We
side
drank.
note,
We
side note,
drank.
Jason on the
So
5 hearts.
why don't you tell us what you think of the
Tell us
5
about
hearts?
it. It's not mouthwash.
They can't see you, Jason,
Oh
because
no, they can see that.
I love
They can
it.
see that. bad.
yeah. Oh,
They
okay,
can for sure
Jason.
see his hand.
Jason, all they can see is your hand.
Good night,
Just
folks.
saying.
And that's the last taste of the evening.
That was,
So,
it's a bit of dryness on the backside. And I love a little drier wine. The fruit is fragrant, forward, yet not too aggressive. The dark cherries envelop my palate and bring love between my upper palate and my tongue. They begin to meld together, kind of like you would a little marshmallow and a s'more. It reminds me of a summer's day. For rough winds do bend the darling buds of May. My love, it's like a cherry blooming in the moment.
Does he realize that camera's not on?
Yeah, that camera's
I'm
not on.
going to the corner camera. There's a corner camera on the screen, Mark.
No, it's over there, babe.
No, right there is a corner camera on the screen.
Just
It-
tell him it's so good it make you want to slap your grandma. There you go. There you go.
They didn't want me to tell you that story.
No, we
It's
didn't.
a secret. And I don't want to slap my grandma. She's dead, but if she was alive, I wouldn't slap her still.
I'll pay your popcorn.
I don't recommend anyone slap a grandma or a hamster. They're similar, but not the same. So listen, 5 Hearts is my go-to, guys. I think it's a great wine in every single way. They're just eating all the
The
popcorn.
popcorn's delicious, by
They're
the way.
eating the popcorn.
Every popcorn you make is delicious.
Why are they eating my popcorn?
Because it's dinner.
The jalapeno pepper
This is the only catering we got.
and the black truffle is especially delicious.
This is called We're on a Budget, and we need it.
Craft services did not show up.
So listen, I love 5 Hearts. That's all I gotta tell you. And if you don't drink it, you're good.
It's a go-to,
It's a go-to. It's a great wine.
for sure.
It pairs really well with bourbon too.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is
he's going to come back in a frame in a second, folks. Don't worry about it.
Forget about it.
the Faithful
Forget
Friend.
about it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Has maybe a couple of ounces left, my friends. Maybe a couple of ounces.
Oh,
Shelly Ann gets the first pour.
It's almost honestly. I tell you, when I say it's gone, it's gone.
That's it.
Oh,
He just took the bottle away.
they just
The jar shots ran out.
served us an empty bottle, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what is that all about? Oh, wait a second.
Bless
Oh!
He knows. He knows.
Because this is my go-to. I got a case of this at home. I'm gonna buy as many bottles as I possibly can.
Are the viewers?
This is my Camus.
Are the viewers still on?
Yes, they are.
No, are they buying the popcorn? Because the popcorn is so good.
Popcorn
Dude, if
is
you're not buying
so
popcorn
good.
right now,
It's so good.
you are missing out on everything,
Yeah.
and you should go back to bed and watch Oprah.
And for people not thinking that popcorn goes with wine, it
Multi-millionaire
goes
Oprah.
really well with wine.
Oh
Really
my
well.
God.
Really well.
Yes.
Just say it.
All right.
Why?
Did you think you were
Why?
going to try?
Thank you, Shelly.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you for letting me have a sip of it. I appreciate that.
Anytime.
Elizabeth, I love it. She says,
Oh, no.
Our
It's okay.
in-house,
No,
I mean, I
in
tried
our
it.
house,
I've had it
popcorn
before.
counts
Come on
as
now.
dinner on some nights. Well, tonight it
Tonight.
is too.
Wine Wednesdays, popcorn's dinner.
So that was our faithful friend. I'm excited about the new wines that come out. Will in the Sky,
Yep.
100%.
Let's start that again.
Sorry, I'm just choking on myself because
Yes, you are.
that was
Just the
jalapeno.
You
jalapeno
were-
popcorn. Yeah.
Because
It's definitely
you're eating
spicy.
jalapeno popcorn, and I've had that same
Oh.
sensation in my
Missed the
throat
wine.
before.
Oh,
What?
Sacred Love.
sacred love. That's such a good wine too, though.
Oh my God.
That's like one of the other staples. We'll say Five Hearts and Sacred Love. Always try those two. I
Listen.
mean, you should try them all. Like that's
Tonight, if you're watching this broadcast right now,
God bless you.
and you go on our website and you buy 3 bottles of wine, any 3 bottles at all you want, I recommend you get Sacred Love, Five Hearts, Lifesaver, Hope and Faith, whatever you want.
That's good.
I will give you a free glass of wine when you come into the lounge on your next visit. If you buy a bottle of wine before this broadcast ends, 3 bottles of wine on our website, you and your wife or your spouse will get a free glass of wine when you come back in the lounge to celebrate our first broadcast here in the lounge.
Yes.
Buy a bottle, 3 bottles, I don't care what you buy, free glass of wine for you and your wife. And that gives love. And don't tell me you need a discount or some other crap because, I'm broke. I've been closed for 3 months. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is our delightful, amazing Sacred Love, named after my perfect wife.
She's perfect.
God, I love Sophia. She is
We all
better
love
than
Miss Sophia.
Yeah.
pockets and slices of bread.
We all love Sophia. Wish she were
Sophia.
here.
To Sophia.
To Sophia.
She's worked another 11-hour
Sophia.
day today,
Oh, God bless her.
and she's taking care of the world, and
She
I love
is.
that about her.
She is. So, cheers, my friends.
Dude.
Dude.
It's okay.
So
So
good.
good.
So I
And
can
the
tell-
black truffle and garlic popcorn
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
Oh my God. That is dessert.
Ridiculous. I ate half the bag already.
I can tell. Ain't nothing left.
Yeah, sorry
Oh my
about
God. Jack, how could
I
you
think
miss
the
that?
Florida girls ate it.
How
I
did
don't think that's on you.
No, it's her.
I'm very careful about my popcorn consumption here.
that. So good.
Why?
Why is that?
Cause
Is he keeping it top for you that you're
I'm
going
just
to
to make it wonder.
I
I'm
don't
not
know
gonna tell
why.
you the reason.
Listen, the most fun thing in the world is for each of us to enjoy really good popcorn.
Stupid good.
You guys
One
haven't
could
had
say.
popcorn like this. I promise you.
No.
You haven't had popcorn like this.
No.
No.
This popcorn, Mark, why don't you tell the story of how popcorn began
How popcorn began?
with us?
Well, I think you said, you know what? I think I can make better popcorn than what you can buy out there in the world. And I said, really? How are you going to do that? Well, instead of using a bunch of butter and making a popcorn all soggy, I'm going to use my olive oils. I'm going to pop it with the olive oil that's flavored. And I said, wow, that sounds like a great idea. What else are you going to do? And you said, well, I'm going to make my own spices. And you did. And you did.
I've never done that before in my life.
So this guy just decides to go into the popcorn business on a whim and starts buying all this equipment. And then his testing laboratory was his kitchen.
Yep, that's right.
Oils, spices, everything else. Once he got the formulas down, goes off to the popcorn manufacturer, and here we are.
That's right.
Why did you
Ladies They use everything from MacLean Cellars. They use our spices. They got our formulas, and they're all calculated for bulk. We did our first big run, and I know nothing about this. I'm not a restaurateur. I'm not a
Yeah.
popcorn man. I just like drinking and eating.
I think the difference is normally when you have flavored popcorn, it's either going to be all spice where it's just dry and maybe doesn't really have a really good flavor, or it's going to be heavily saturated in butter, so it's kind of mushy and wet and gross.
You can't even taste the flavors.
Where this, you use the olive oil, but it kind of dries out, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's interesting because there's a lot of commercial popcorns out there that taste very chemical,
Yeah.
and these don't,
Yeah.
and they're the same price.
Yeah.
Which is
And this is Amish corn too, which
It is.
They have
Indiana.
awesome beards and great popcorn.
Great beards and great
Yeah.
popcorn.
and they deliver
No
in
mustaches,
and
though.
they deliver in carriages.
That's
you know?
right.
Oh,
But I'm just saying, you can totally taste the difference because there's like a Z popcorn, which everybody buys, which is
Well,
nasty.
Yeah,
This is much better.
Yeah, we got a little bit of this left.
A lot of truffle left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah. Here,
So here we got Bond and Jill says you guys are having way too much. Good to see you back in the taste room. Bond, thanks so very much. So Bond was with us.
Have some more.
Was
That's
with
right,
us.
folks.
He's with
Is
us.
with us. As a matter of fact, I know Bond. As a matter of fact, Bond's going to be coming to our built-in tasting
Is
room.
that Bond or Vaughn?
Bond.
That one is Bond.
Bond, like
Bond.
a James Bond.
I got you.
007
Right, okay.
license to drink.
Very
wine.
nice.
Should be working.
Okay.
If he's not, then
So he'll be
And we got
meeting
some
us on
questions,
Father's
right?
Day
Okay.
weekend up in Buellton. We'll be open, hopefully. If not, we'll do a thing to make everybody happy. But we're very, very on that edge. You know, our Buellton location is super, super exciting. So Bond was with us when we actually put together one of our first vintages. Good friend. We RV with his family. Beautiful children, great daughters, amazing wife, great integrity, good family.
So you bonded.
With Bond.
There it is.
and that's the evening.
Good night, folks.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm not sure where to go on that
So
one.
glad you guys were here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Elizabeth says in her thing. Elizabeth says we need a discount. Elizabeth, I'm sorry, honey. No, I love you. God knows I really, really do. But we've been shut down for 3 months and we don't have any discounts to give.
Even
Matter of fact,
ways to pay.
we can give you glasses of water for free. But frankly, you know, we've got $18,000 a month and stuff to pay out, and we just need to make sure we can have fun and not die in the midst of the COVID world. So, 3 bottles, free glass of wine. 3 bottles, 3.
That's a good deal.
wait.
That's a
Great
very
glass.
good deal.
It's a good deal. It's
Yeah.
like $25
Well,
If they're out of the state,
when they come in next.
yeah.
It's when they come in next. If
Yeah.
you're out of state, it's when you come back. Because everyone out of state is going to come in and see us at some point.
Yep.
The next time you see me, I will buy you a free glass of wine. That's how it is. When you come see me or come to one of my locations, I will buy you a free glass of wine.
So-
if you buy 3 bottles before the
so
broadcast
any of
ends.
our
That's right.
friends who are staying with us, we will take you to the winery.
Absolutely.
We will take you to the tasting
Yep.
room, and Jason will provide free glasses.
Exactly. All day long.
I'm
And-
sure we have plenty of friends out of state who are tuning in.
And
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
friends
Phil,
need
Karen.
to buy wine before the broadcast is over. MacLeancellars.com. Buy 3 bottles of anything and get some free liquor.
Phil, Karen, you guys each have to buy 3 bottles.
Yeah, because you guys don't
Yeah,
buy
we
enough
know
wine.
you have to buy 3 each.
You got issues.
When are they coming out here anyway?
So
Yeah,
they
what's wrong with those
they
people?
were going to come out over Memorial Day, but
And-
the flights were too expensive. But they
What?
are going to come. Yeah, they got
How do
super
you
high.
do that?
I don't know. But they are going to come out.
I'm good,
And
I'm
at
good.
least they said
Thank
we
you.
can, they can stay with us.
Okay,
That's right.
well,
Thank
I
you.
can't take it back in the bottle.
You know, no,
And
you
there
can't.
we go. We're going to wrap up
And it's
here.
too
bottles,
good
you
not
guys.
to drink. You want?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He said,
You were reaching
no.
for my
No, I'm
glass.
kidding, Mark, 'cause
Can I talk about the
He's
cooking
itching.
segment?
He's itching.
Since
Like the chicken
we
pox.
are like kind of there.
I'm not sure what you just said, but that was great. All right, my friends, we've gone a little over and above our time tonight.
It's that
And
much fun in the tasting room.
It is that much more fun in the
good
tasting
stuff.
room. Let me bring up our secondary camera so that everyone can see
How much fun were we
the
having?
rest of the friends that were here tonight. So listen, I'm going to let me go like this and then do that and then we're there. All right. So friends, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I know we're goofy, I know we're silly, and we actually had impromptu guests stop into our lounge. Nothing makes me happier. And by the way, hint, hint, hint. If you haven't bought your 3 bottles by the time I sign off in a few seconds, you're not going to get the free glass of wine. But please do it because it helps me and the children. My friends, it's been a great night. And if you like this new format, then you're going to fall in love with our next new format. So here's what we're going to do. You ready for the new announcement? Cooking is great. I love it. And we're going to tune in on this one consistently. I am asking, as a personal favor, shh, you're talking on camera. I'm sorry, it's Kara. Just ignore her.
Oh, he has a second announcement after that.
That's great. Okay, shh, shh, shh. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch. So I'm going to announce that tonight we're going to do something different. I need to focus on getting the winery engaged and spending time with our guests and getting the world engaged in a way that just makes a lot of fun, a lot more sense. And to do that, I need help. So I'm asking my friend Jack Rein to fill the reins of our Wednesday night. So that every Wednesday night you can hang out with Jack and do a cooking show and learn about food, learn about wine, learn about olive oil, learn about popcorn and all kind of stuff. And then once a month on a Saturday night at some hour in the evening, we're going to broadcast live from MacLean Cellar. That's right. Whether customers are here or not, we're going to set up a camera, go live, and broadcast to the world on a Saturday evening. Once a month. It might go to twice, 3, 4, 5 times. I don't know. But right now, we're going to start with a once a month Saturday. It'll get announced. You'll find out the notices. We'll get them in gear. Subscribe to our YouTube channel right now if you're not already subscribed. Subscribe to our Facebook page if you're not already subscribed, because you'll not get the alerts unless you're on Facebook and YouTube. But Jack's going to help us out and do some cooking. I'm going to do some wine, and I'm going to continue this cheers environment. We're the only winery that will do this, and I think we can do this every single week. But we need to crawl before we walk, because I'll get inebriated and it'll be difficult to continue doing it every single week. And I need to lose weight or give birth, because it's a moment. It really does happen like that. Yes, like that. So, what are your thoughts on that one? How about a weekly cooking show and a once a week or twice a month or whatever wine show that's done from the lounge? And we're going to put together a cookbook that is Jack Rein's cookbook, and I'm going to put it together. I'm going to make sure that you know how to cook great wines with MacLean Cellars. Every wine you release, Jack Rein's going to come out and release what he said. We're going to make Jack Rein synonymous with Chef Emerald. We're going to make Jack Rein synonymous with a non-pedophile individual. We're going to make Jack Rein synonymous with a man who is your dearest, best friend, who can orate those who are orators. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to introduce you to our webinar chef, the man who wears clothes in the daytime and pajamas at night. Jack.
Yay!
Gaylord Rein.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Throw it out, guys. There you go.
There it is.
So, we need a name.
My wife came up with a name for the cooking show, which was Old Guy That Will Not
That
Poison
is
You.
not what I said.
And
It's not about
I
me.
shot her down, okay?
That is not
So-
what I said.
Here's the issue. We're going to make great food. We're going to make great drinks. We're going to gather all of those things with fantastic wine. We're going to pair those things with incredible, beautiful ingredients that are easy to do. I promise you, if you follow my cooking show, you will be able to cook incredible food. And I want you to know what?
But we need a name.
We need a name. Okay, so here's the
Wait.
deal.
It will be announced soon.
Oh, so if
People
you
can ask for suggestions.
like I said, my wife said old bastard cooking food. I
not what
said
I
no.
said.
This yes, it is
That's
what
actually
you said
catchy.
exactly.
I like
Okay,
that.
And
I
you
appreciate
remember,
that. Okay,
right?
you know, and it's like I will not poison you. That did not work either. Okay, but if you have a name for the show, and we elect that name, I will get you free a half a glass of Jason.
That's so ghetto.
Just a half a glass, okay? But you got to show up at Laguna, which means if you're flying
I'll let you
in.
smell the
No,
cork, a
here's the
faithful
deal.
friend.
If you really
Okay, stop.
Okay, I have to
Just
close
breathe.
It was so fun
We're
for
at
us
an
to be
hour.
here.
We're done.
We're an hour and a half.
so you just don't touch that.
Okay.
So
Hold
if you come up with a name, we'll figure out a fantastic prize for you. And I love you all, and I can't wait for you to be with me.
On
And
your
if you're
YouTube
not
channel.
listening to this, you'll listen to it in the future, and you've got like 2 weeks because I'm going to skip this Saturday, and next Saturday I'm going to
What?
cook paella
Paella.
a la Valenciana, which is an award-winning dish that I have cooked myself.
You're skipping
And
Saturday?
you will, yes, I am cooking this coming Saturday because I want you to subscribe to Jason McClain's
Yeah.
website. Love you. Let's make this happen. Come on. Do it.
That's it.
All right. Come on, Jason.
Get it done.
Finish it up. Come on. We're going to dance. Yeah. No. I'm in. Let's go. All right. Come on, Jason. Oh, Jason. Yeah. Show us your neck.
Okay, my friends, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm sorry, we're a little bit goofy. Having lots of fun. Come to McLean Cellars.
Yes. Come
Get
to
on
McLean
your
Cellars.
plane.
This
Drive
is.
over, make a
You
reservation.
have got to come here.
Listen, we've been closed for 3 months. Life really picked up. I want one simple thing, a true reality for each of you. That you get a chance to fulfill the joy that you're entitled to breathe, to make your own choices, not the government telling you how you should breathe and live, so that you can decide for yourself what's best for you. Because I don't believe anyone can tell me what's best for me, except for me to love you. You love me, and we make our own informed decisions. My friends, thank you for loving McLean Cellars. Thank you for loving our wine. More importantly, thank you for tuning in and watching us live here at McLean Cellars. We are open, and we're not going to close. And we're coming back every single day to make sure that we can live the American way! Woo! I love you, my friends. Have a great night. And remember, the button here somewhere, that we're open. 3 bottles now. Ready? Boom.